Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go through the rain here in Jacksonville. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So here comes the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, we're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
2nd down, Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Hall. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, it's Young. He'll step up and run, and Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's got the first-round pick, Teteroa McMillan, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
Now Dowdle. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take
over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Down at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook, to punt. A good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Panthers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
Devin Boyd on the coverage defensive.
Out of the shotgun. Young. That one taken in right side by Lee-Ken. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
2nd and 9. At the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard.
Young's pass. Complete to Chuba Hubbard.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Dowdle. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. But Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the first drive, and then a punt the last time they had it. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Brought in by Myers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lawrence. On the draw, it's Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's screen.
Lawrence's pass
It is 3rd and long.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Here's Lawrence. He'll drop this for ETN. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So, Greg, here come the Panthers. You know this franchise so well. What an interesting stretch last year. 2 wins 2 years ago. Bryce Young now turned around with 5 wins, but maybe more than the record last year, the momentum that you felt from the Panthers at season's end.
I'll tell you, if you would have said the season was going to end with the hope and the energy around that Panthers organization that it did, I think people would have thought you were crazy. Bryce Young's rookie year, obviously up and down. Early on in year 2 last year, he gets benched, and then only because of an Andy Dalton freak car accident, he finds himself back in the lineup, and he plays the best ball of his young career. That looked like Alabama Heisman Trophy quarterback Bryce Young. So the entire narrative around Carolina has changed. They're no longer searching for their quarterback at the moment. Continue to build talent around them. They went wide receiver with their 1st-round pick. Continue to support Bryce Young and continue to add pieces on defense. They're not quite ready to contend yet, but they're a lot closer now than they were a year ago.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now here's Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Jaguars
First down throw for Lawrence. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take it back to the other side of midfield. Derek Brown. He's got his 1st sack of the season here early in week 1. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
It's 4th down.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. That's taken in, and he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. Lawrence gives this one to ETN, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Panthers off to the early advantage. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got screen. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
On the jet sweep, here's Travis Hunter. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
On the draw, they give to ETS. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
This defense is doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with the touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division. Yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike. You think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And
he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
To Hunter Long. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
6 yards.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
A second down throw for Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Panthers first down.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Covered. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Up the middle they go. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll run. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on third and goal from this far out. You thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 6-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches. But they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Etienne. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
Lawrence now on second down.
At the 43-yard line.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Jaguars first down.
They go play action for Lawrence. He's going to take a shot down the field. And a nice return there. He is taken down up close to the 35-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now. Like, he just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just for the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. The Jags offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got Myers on the completion. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They face second down and 7. Lawrence. Pass caught by the tight end Strange. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Once again, they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Jaguars first down. I do believe he's going to get it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're gonna like it. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Seahawks at home to take on their NFC West rivals, the 49ers. And here it's the Seattle defense making the play. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Michael Wilson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Cardinals come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Colts wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Xavier Leggett, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The 2-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines-Allen, working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Jaguars offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a win, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafting at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Jackson. And the Panthers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. For a Wilson with the play. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rough right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Young. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
So obviously here in this one, the points have been at a premium. So now as you get into the second half, I think both these offenses start saying, all right, we've had a hard time sustaining possession. We've had a hard time going the long way. Let's try to generate some chunk plays and get a little life in our offense. And that one falls incomplete, but I think they got to just continue to attack downfield.
The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play.
Second down, Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Crazy. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second and 10.
On play action, Young. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Over the middle, he's got what he gets. 17 yards that time to number 17.
Gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. Now Young gonna keep it himself.
The quarterback runs it on the option.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the fourth down.
Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And this will not help the cause. He's going backward. Tackled back at the 8.
You come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down, Young in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
That one complete to Lee Gettis. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So these are always the most disappointing drives, right? So you get the ball, you're on your opponent's side of the field, and then you go 3 and out. So you take the field, you say, this is a prime opportunity. Come away at least with points, and now they find themselves in a tricky, delicate situation. I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th down.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And nothing doing there. Might get it out to the 2, but that's all.
Tackle made at his own 2-yard line.
Once again, it's ETN. And he's got it to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the handoff, it's ETN. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Lawrence now. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. just stops in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Young hands it to Hubbard. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Panthers first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Panthers.
He'll step up and run this. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Young. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He's got the number 2 overall pick, the rookie Travis Hunter. So first and 10 here now at the 38.
14 yards.
They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Lawrence. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now second and 6.
This runs straight ahead for Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He'll step up and run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here is a big one. Third down and 2.
Third and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. A gain there of 13 yards.
13 yards on the play. And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead?
And he will get into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The game-time touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, The sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Leggett on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Now Dowdle. The ball comes out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Out of the shotgun, Young. Moving out, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Jaguars have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Jags offense ready to get back at it. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third.
Now here's Lawrence. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. To throw is Lawrence. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the gives, it's Hubbard. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Trayvon Walker starting the season with a bang. His 2nd sack in the season opener. We're about ready now for the punt. They're forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the give, it's ETN. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that is incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away.
On the punt for the Jaguars.
A good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Panthers 1st down.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Right back to the fullback. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's a Carolina 1st down. Leggett in motion. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
At the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Tremble comes in motion. So 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Tremble comes in motion. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Receiver in motion. Going right. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That one caught. Rico Dowdle Touchdown, Carolina.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Now here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards.
Now Etienne. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He will find Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run it here with Etienne. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Here comes 2nd down.
2nd down.
Here's Young. That one taken in right side by Legette. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. Stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they...
And he's going to go down! The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line, and that will all but end this game.
The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but do the math. Even if they choose to use them, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. A move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden.